Hi, this is Eric from DevopsTechBlog.com, and today we're going to be creating an AWS environment using CloudFormation. Right now I'm in my AWS Management Console, so I'm just going to click on Services and search for CloudFormation. Now what CloudFormation allows us to do is create stacks, which are a collection of related resources, and the way to do that is click on Create Stack with New Resources. So we're on the Create Stack screen. We have the option of using a sample template, creating a template in Designer. We can use an Amazon S3 URL. We can upload a template file, which is what we're going to do in this demo. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to choose a file. I have an AWS CF template.yaml file. And this file, if you would like to follow along, you could find it at our GitHub repo at DevopsTechBlog.com. So I'm going to click on that and click open. And what I'm going to do is, instead of clicking next, right now I'm going to click on View in Designer. And this is giving us a output of our template. So you can see here, this is our template at the bottom. We have the option of using JSON or YAML. In this demo, we're using YAML. Up here at the top, if you wanted to kind of set up your environment using these resources, you could just drag them over. We're not going to be doing that in this demo, but it allows you to have like a topology view of your resources. So here in our template, we have our AWS template format version. Right now, I believe this is the only version out. Next, we have our resources. And under our resources, we have our logical ID. So this logical ID is arbitrary. You could give it any name you want. I just named it VPC for our VPC. Next, we have a type, AWS EC2 VPC. Under that, we have a properties section. So for our VPC resource, I just gave it a property of CIDR block, and that's our 192.168.0.0/16 subnet. Under that, we have a public subnet, we have a private subnet. For our subnets, you can see here we need a VPC ID, and since our VPC hasn't been created yet, what we're going to do is reference our logical ID. So the way to do that is using an intrinsic function. It's called ref with an exclamation point, and that's referencing our VPC ID. Give it some CIDR blocks. Next, we have our public and private route table, also referencing our VPC ID. For this, we have a tag section, and that's just a key value pair with a name, and I just named mine public RT and private RT. We have a default public route. Here we have a depends on statement, and that just means that in order for this resource to be created, this internet gateway attachment has to be established first, and then our default public route can be created. Have a default private route. For the default private route, we need a NAT gateway ID. We're referencing our NAT gateway. Public subnet route table association, private subnet route table association, internet gateway attachment, a NAT gateway elastic IP, and finally a NAT gateway. For our NAT gateway, we have an allocation ID, and we're using the get@at function, and that's just going to allow us to specify our NAT gateway EIP resource and also get the allocation ID from that resource, and that will give us the allocation ID. And this template, if you want to follow along, it's on our GitHub repo at Devops Tech Blog. Okay, so once we have our template ready, Up here we have an icon to validate our template, so I'm going to click that. Here it's telling us our template is valid. If we had any errors, it would show up on this messages section. Once that's done, we can click on Create Stack. Okay, we're back to our Create Stack screen, so I'm going to click Next. We're going to give it a stack name. I'm just going to name it AWS Environment. Here we have a parameters section. These are predefined options that we can use if we were using parameters. If we were going to create or update a stack, it would give us some options here, but we're not using parameters in this demo, so I'm just going to click Next. We have more stack options. We have tags. We specified some tags in our template. We could give it a permission, IAM role. We have some advanced options. Right now we're just going to click Next. We have our review screen. Once we're done reviewing, we're going to click Create Stack. And that takes us to our Events tab. And you could see under status here, our creation is in progress. So that's good. We have our logical ID, which is the name we gave our stack, AWS environment. And we're just going to give it some time to populate our resources. You could click on the refresh button to look at your progress. So you could see here, we have some resources, the creations are in progress, but we also have some that are complete, like our Internet Gateway, our VPC, our NAT Gateway EIP. So that's good. Here at the top, our private and public route table are complete, so we'll just give it a little bit more time for the rest of the resources to be completed. If you wanted to, you could also use the AWS CLI in order to create your template. So there's different options for creating templates. One of the benefits to using CloudFormation to create resources for AWS is you can create your resources from one location, and then once you do that, you can reuse your templates. If you want to make a change or update your environment, you just make a couple changes in your template, and it's pretty fast and easy. You could also use your template for other accounts. We're going to click on refresh and still have some more resources to be created, so we'll give that some more time. Okay, so you can see here under logical ID, our AWS environment is complete. So if we go to services, I'm going to click on VPC, and you can see on this screen we have a VPC created, 2 subnets, route tables, Internet Gateway, and some other resources. If I click on VPC, you can see our VPC is created, so that's good. We have our public and private subnet. We have our route tables, and remember the tag section in our template, we specified the names private RT and public RT, so that's showing there. We have an elastic IP, a NAT gateway. Our NAT gateway is here. Another thing I wanted to show you is security groups. We didn't specify any security groups in our template, but as you can see, because we created this template in CloudFormation, it automatically created a default security group for us. So that's good in case you don't specify certain resources. Some will be populated automatically. And looks like all of our resources got created. Thank you for watching.